Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Esmie Pearson. I'm the Sunday Times bestselling author of fantasy books, and this is a going on submission vlog. Now I've been sitting on this vlog for a while. I've just honestly been struggling to strike the right tone with it. Like, it's all been filmed and edited. I just haven't felt like it was right yet, and I think that's mainly to do with the fact that going on submission can be quite a fraught process and quite a stressful process, and also something that is just wildly different for everyone, and that honestly never happens in the same way twice. I think with this vlog and this channel, what I've always wanted to do is give an honest and transparent look into publishing, into the behind the scenes life of an author. I really try not to like glamorize or romanticize it too much, although of course I'm guilty of that, just like everyone else who posts on social media. But in this instance, it was something I really didn't want to do. That being said, this submission process went incredibly well. I'm so unbelievably proud of the way that this book sold, the publishers that it sold to, the editors that I'm going to be working with. And one thing I never want to do on this channel is minimize my achievements, because I feel like I need to be humble or downplay what I've done to make other people feel more comfortable. It's not how I live my life, and it's not how I want to be on this channel. And as I was editing the vlog, I found myself cutting things out or leaving things to the side, because I didn't want anyone to feel like I was basically using my platform and my channel to like humble brag about how well I'd done on submission. And I think what's really important to note is that even if my book had died on submission and I hadn't sold to publishers, I would still be posting this submission vlog, because I am posting for people who are aspiring authors, people who are writing their first book, their second book, their third book, their 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th book, and who want to enter the industry, or who might be, you know, established authors watching this channel. I simply have no idea how to know, but I want to show my journey. I want this to be like a digital record of my career as a young mixed race black woman entering publishing. It's a resource that I wish that I'd had. I remember combing through blogs, like online forums, Twitter, Instagram, all kinds of social media, just to find like other people's submission stories, other people's querying journeys, examples of query letters, and those are all the things that I kind of want to like leave here in a digital scrapbook. I also am just so grateful for all the support that you guys have shown me while I was writing Gutterwitch, and so I felt it would be totally disingenuous to sell the book and not show you guys exactly how it happened. From the way I'm talking about it, you guys can probably tell for me, going on submission literally felt like a dream come true. However, there's something I think that it's important to clarify. This is not my first time on submission. My first time on submission was in the latter half of 2020, and it was totally different to this. The first time I ever went on sub, my agent, he sent it to one publisher in what is known as an exclusive submission, which means that it was sent to nobody else. The publisher then acquired the book for world rights for about £20,000, £23,000 per book for 3 books. So I think my total book deal was about £70,000. That was for this book, The Principle of Moments, my first ever published novel and the first of a trilogy. However, that book was delayed multiple times through multiple seasons and over multiple years. So over the course of my career, I've probably seen about a third to maybe coming up on half of that over the course of my 5-year-long career in publishing. Whew, that felt very transparent of me to say, but yeah, I don't want to hide anything on this channel. I won't be disclosing how much that I got paid for my new book, because that still feels personal. It's still something that I'm coming to terms with. So this time my submission process couldn't have been more different, and I don't know if you guys can even tell, my brain is just going a mile a minute, just thinking like, what are all the disclaimers that I've got to make, and what are all the ways I've got to kind of like go, oh, but it wasn't this, it wasn't that. I'm really proud of everything that I've achieved with Gutterwitch. I honestly don't think I could have done it without the support of all of you on YouTube. Starting this channel was something I did on purpose to build a community around my books and around the sort of behind the scenes author writing space. And I think what we've built so far is so lovely and so encouraging. Some of the comments you guys leave me genuinely like bring tears to my eyes, and I couldn't be more grateful that I've managed to attract just such gorgeous, lovely people on this side of the internet. I just feel lucky for that every day. And so I feel really bad that I haven't been able to get this video out on time. I just didn't want it to be offhand. I didn't want it to be careless. I wanted it to be a quality video for you guys. That being said, the submission process was honestly very crazy. I got really ill during it, so there isn't as much footage of the actual process as I would have liked, but I reckon I've managed to put together something that will be genuinely exciting and fun to watch. I hope this video is received in good faith, as I made it in the spirit of transparency and being totally honest about what the submission process would be like. This is just one example, it's just my example, and that's all I can give. And if the book had not sold to a single publisher, I still would have posted this vlog. So personally, I'm just thrilled that this was the outcome. So I hope you guys really enjoy it, and I guess the good news is that Gutterwitch will be coming to a bookstore near you very soon. Okay, this is how it all went down. Hi guys, so I thought I'd update you about everything that's been going on in my life. Okay, so I'm officially on submission. I went on submission on February 7th. It's now February 16th, and what a whirlwind this has been. I have never been on submission before. My first book was preempted, which means that one editor made like a competitive deal and then it was taken off the table. So I have been so nervous for my book to be sent out widely. On Friday, my agent was like, all right, Esmie, I think it's good to go. To get that email where she's like, yeah, I think you've done it. I was like sat there like, oh, like, okay. So we sent it out. Well, she sent it out. As an author, you don't send anything to editors. Your agent sends it for you because they're the ones with all the amazing connections. As of, yeah, Monday the 10th, I was officially on submission. So I can now report 6 days later that I have multiple meetings with editors next week. I've had interest from the US and the UK. I've also had interest from other countries in Europe. So I've had big interest from Germany. Hoping I can speak a little bit more about that later. I'm just like, oh my god, I can't believe this is my life. I don't have any imposter syndrome surrounding these discussions or these deals at all. I threw everything I had into this book, and to see it finally paying off makes me feel like, you know what, yeah, I'm claiming it. I am claiming it. It's like 9 AM right now, and I've got to be at work at 10 o'clock, and it's a Sunday, so that's my Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so it is early as fuck, but I've got to go to work because I need to make money. I keep breaking out. I've got like spots everywhere. I think it's stress from publishing, because I don't know how to like say this, I'm so awkward, but I'm officially on submission. So the Witchy Fantasy Project Gutterwitch is officially in editors' inboxes. It went out on Friday in the UK, and it's going out in the US on Monday, and I've like barely told anyone. I literally just feel so nervous. But yeah, I'm like so excited. I also just believe in this project so much that I'm just like absolutely certain that amazing things are going to come out of it. People say when you're stressed out in publishing, control the only thing you can control, which is writing. And that used to really annoy me, because I was like, well, wouldn't it be nice if we could control other stuff, like what our covers look like, and like publishing timelines and all that kind of stuff. But the reality is that you just can't. So, and the only thing you can do is keep writing. And I finally took that advice to heart. Yeah, they were kind of onto something, because now I feel I've turned everything around for me in a really short space of time, and I'm really proud. Oh my God, like everything's beginning. I don't know if anyone else here has ever worked in like hospitality or like retail, but the worst part has got to be like the low bun. Or if you've got straight hair, like the low ponytail. I'll check back in with you guys in a few hours. Because I'm like, what is going on with this submission? I want to know. I want to know who my publisher is going to be. just have a little bit of work to do before I go out. I'm gonna eat my breakfast of some delicious fruit. My agent just emailed me and was like, right, I think you're gonna need to have a little synopsis of the second book because I'm pitching it as a duology. So she was like, just write a synopsis of book 2. I think it will form part of the pitch package for the publisher to acquire my book. So if I want them to basically be interested in buying it, this is all part of the sort of like, doesn't this sound amazing and doesn't book 2 sound amazing? So I've got to really like hype it up and kind of make it sound marketable. I'm so excited to see what it looks like. Thank you so much. It is so nice.
Good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm not really sure what's going to come out of me filming this, but I just wanted to jump on the vlog and talk about how the last like 12 hours of my life have probably been the craziest 12 hours ever. Just in terms of like my career and like everything I've been working towards for probably, you know, since I was 16, so what's that, 8 years ago now. I feel like everything's sort of coming to fruition, everything that I've always wanted to happen is happening, and I feel like really overwhelmed but really excited at the same time. Like, I'm not going to pretend that it's all like terrible and scary. Like, I'm really excited and I just want to talk about like feeling ready. And sometimes I think people say like, you'll know that an opportunity is right for you and that you can do it when you get it, and I don't actually always think that's true. Like, I think there's a difference between being able to like survive something and being able to thrive at something, and right now I feel like I'm being given an opportunity to really thrive, whereas I feel like my first book deal was an opportunity to kind of like survive in the world of publishing. This one I feel like, or like a challenge, like can you survive? I feel like I've proved that I have, at least to myself, and now this is like, all right, Esmie, like now maybe you can take this and thrive. And I just feel so grateful and lucky. But yeah, that's a very long preamble to basically say that I was in the hairdresser today when my agent rang me and said that we've been offered a preempt from Germany on my fantasy book, and I was just like, what the hell? My first book, my agent sent it to one publisher who had run a competition I had won and had already expressed interest in my manuscript. So it was like a surefire bet, and we called it a day, and we were like, mutually, it was a decision we came to. I mean, I was 19, but yeah, it's just crazy to feel like years of hard work and months of just like dogged determination and hard work are finally paying off. I feel like anyone who's been in that situation knows that it's such a surreal feeling for something that you've just dreamed of, you've thought of nothing but that, for it to finally be happening in your life. I feel like this is what people call manifestation, but I don't think it's manifestation. I think it's literally just like blood, sweat and tears, hard work that's gone into this. And yeah, it's just crazy to finally think like, is it actually happening? God, I don't know, I have so many complicated feelings about this. Overall, I'm just excited. I feel ready. I even said in an email to my agent when she was like talking about all of this, she was like, you know, this is happening, and I was like, bring it on, because I think when I was 19 and I got my first deal, I would have been like, oh my God, are you sure? Like, are you sure they want to talk to me? Are you sure? Like, da, 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 da. Right now I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's have these discussions. And that is all sort of an expertise born of experience, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's not daunting to me anymore. I'm like raring to go. Gosh, it's just such a 360 from like before I started this channel. I wish you guys could have seen me like when I was younger and just starting in publishing. And it's crazy because I feel like I'm just starting now. I feel like today is the first day of like the rest of my time in publishing. Because I mean, if you guys had known some of the stuff that's gone on behind the scenes, it's actually insane. And I'm just so ready to move on. That's probably all I can say, but things are changing, things are happening, and I'm just like, hallelujah. Cheers to that, guys. More updates soon, I hope. Good morning, guys. Everything kind of kicked off yesterday with my submission. So we've had emails from editors, people wanting to buy the book, and I've got to get a synopsis over to my agent ASAP. Like, I already sent her one, but I need to resend her a new draft of it. And then I've also got to do my edits, and then I've also got to get my makeup done and travel across London to go and get some pictures for my new author photo. Now, I'm taking my new author photo really seriously just because it's like a lot of times it's the first impression readers have of you. And I just remember in books when I was a child, I would open the dust jacket and that image of what the author looked like would be burned into my eyeballs forever, and nothing could change that. And guys, the first author picture that I ever took, my mum took it in the living room of my front house on her iPhone like 10. So that's just unacceptable, to be honest. No, it's fine, but I'm just like, now that I'm older, it's not what I want for myself anymore. So I'm gonna make some coffee, finish off the synopsis I said I'd send to my editor, start edit, and then I'm gonna go get these pictures done. Yay! So right now I'm just opening my calendar app and I'm basically just gonna input my shifts around my writing commitment. If there's anyone watching who's trying to figure out a part-time job in writing, what I'll usually do is have dedicated days for stuff. So I feel like at this point my agent knows that I'm usually free on a Wednesday and a Thursday because they usually book those days off. I've not said this officially because you know, work can schedule you even if you book days off, which is annoying. This is what they've done to me on Friday. So I've got a meeting on Friday, I'm gonna have to move around. In 10 to 5 p.m. work, Saturday 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm exhausted because yesterday was just such an insane roller coaster of a day and such a mental, like, oh my god, my little last night vlog, I haven't even watched it back because I don't even know what I fully said, but yeah, it's just kind of intense in the best way, I have to stress. I've talked about this in another video. When you know that you can look yourself in the mirror and be like, I tried my best, that's when the opportunity comes and you're not intimidated by it, you're not worried by it, because you're like, how, like, that's why when I love when women are like, I don't have imposter syndrome, or when people say I don't have imposter syndrome, because for me right now, if I was to get paid £1 million for this next book, I wouldn't have imposter syndrome over that because I know how hard I worked. And I think that's a powerful position to be in, because it's literally just like, no one can make me feel like I don't deserve it because, girl, you weren't there in the trenches with me. That's all I'll fucking say. How cute is this mug? I love the teddy bears. Oh, that was like a dinosaur screech, right? I need to get off. Oh yeah, I haven't really explained what I'm doing. So basically, my agent's come back to me and said, you need to change the synopsis that I originally sent in, because she was like, no, you need to spoil the ending of book 2. So I was like, oh yeah, of course, I'm gonna get that to you tomorrow morning, because why would I know the ending to that? No, I'm joking, I know it, I'm about to write it, so I know it, I'm about to write it. Just did my headshots, it was so much fun. Didn't film any of it, just ran for the train. What a day this has been, oh my god. I wish there were words to describe like how I'm feeling, but this video is a pretty accurate description of my emotional state right now. And I think the train is coming. So I'm gonna jump on that in a second and just sit down and breathe. It's 10:30 p.m. at night. My book sold to Germany. I have split ends. Nothing feels real. Crazy. It's like a stupidly early time. I'm running to work for 7:30. It's actually all kicked off in the last few days. I've got meetings next week with in the US, books, and I'm a mess. I've had 2 meetings this morning with publishers. I've had one with, which I've had another one with, so that was really exciting. absolutely loved both the calls. I've loved every single call that I've been on, so I'm stressed trying to choose because I just feel like every single team has something to really commend it, and it is sort of so enthusiastic and just clearly fantastic at their job. So many marketing teams that are just like raring to go and ready to just take something and make something incredible out of this book.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
Hi guys, I'm back. Oh my god. I was struck down by the plague. Like literally 18th century Nosferatu bubonic plague struck me down. I've been laying in my bed like fighting for my life, fading in and out of consciousness, like sweating, fever, hallucinations, and I'm in like my oldest t-shirt. There's like a huge you know when you're ill and you don't want to contaminate your other pieces of clothing. My lovely blow dry has been ruined. Anyway, I'm excited for today because, as you can tell, I'm back to myself. I'm feeling a bit better. I've got a full day of editor calls, which is insane. So I've got to slap on some makeup because frankly right now I look a little bit scary still. And yeah, I'm just so excited today. So I've been having editor calls all week, sort of like here and there, as people can fit me in their diaries, because it's all just kicked off really quickly. And I just mean word to my agent, because that woman, oh my God, she's so good at her job. It's been incredible to witness. But yeah, we sent out Gutterwitch on a Monday and we'd already had an editor response from the US by Sunday night, I've since learned, so that's insane. People are really enjoying it. I've had a great feedback. It's been so interesting to hear everybody's different edits. So parts of editor calls is hearing what editors would like to do with your book. So they'll, as kind of them saying, here's what we would do if we worked together. Because I'm so thankfully I'm in a situation where I'm now gonna have to choose between a bunch of different editors. But anyway, I've got a full stack day of calls today. I'm actually quite nervous. And that is continuing into next week as well. Got one meeting in person, which is really exciting. So yeah, I just thought, now that I've recovered from my insane, I felt like that moment in a fantasy book where the protagonist is lying and like the fucking phantom faces of their lost loved ones are fading in and out, being like, you're stronger than this, Frodo, or whatever the fuck, because I was literally like, I was hanging on to life. Like, I woke up in the middle of the night 2 nights ago and said to my boyfriend, like, if this carries on for one more night, take me to hospital, like take me to A&E. And I've since learned that this has been so bad for a lot of people that they have gone to the hospital and had to get a drip in their arm because they can't keep fluids. Right, makeup is nearly done. I'm gonna go and get a coffee. Then I'm gonna start preparing for my meetings. I've got a notebook where I kind of like write down everything that everyone says to remember, because I have the brain of a goldfish. See you guys in a bit. I'm excited. Sugar for good luck. It's not a lot, but it's because I'm really ill and I'm like, can't really hold stuff down still. Ew. I'm excited for this call. I feel like it's a very cool imprint. I get so nervous though. My stomach is turning. I'm professional. Okay, let's go. I survived. Now I need to eat. Oh, I feel like I need to take a moment to just like have gratitude. I've been on the struggle bus for a while and I'm not afraid to say that. Like, I have struggled. But to sit here having, you know, and the only reason that I'm sat here with these editor calls is because a year ago I realized that the universe was taking the piss out of me. My agent relationship wasn't working. The book series that I was writing was getting delayed and I was sitting here feeling all of the momentum, not for the first time in my career, all of the momentum just leave me. And I remember it was around Christmas of 2023 and I was like, just thinking like, if this is what publishing is, it's too hard and I don't want to do it anymore. And that was quite a big deal for me to have thought, because I'm so perseverant and I love books and I love writing. So for me to be like, I don't want to publish anymore, I was like, well, what do I want to do? And I realized so many things had to change. And I realized that I was the only person who could change them. So I fired my agent. that was really stressful. That was one of the worst things I've ever had to do in publishing. When I signed with my agent, the only thing left to do was write the book. And I had a whole other book nearly written. And my agent, who is my dream agent, was like to me, look, I think we're gonna need you to write. So I pitched 2 books, one that was nearly done and one that was just a pitch. She was like, I think I want you to write that one, the one that's not ready yet. And I for like the merest of seconds, I think I thought, oh, and then I just thought, challenge, done, and I wrote it. It took me, I think 6 months for the first draft, which is a long time to just sit there typing away, but it was the shortest I've ever written a draft in. Then another 4 months to edit it, Started it in May 2024, it's March 2025. I'm in the middle of an auction situation around this book with my new agent. I've got publisher, editor call after editor call. I'm gonna be the one who gets to choose. When the first time round, I kind of felt like I was lucky to be chosen. This time I felt like I'm empowered to choose. And yeah, I just want to take this moment to be like, your wildest dreams are on the other side of that massive leap of faith that you're scared of. So if there's something that that other people in your life cannot understand, but you know it's right in your heart, do it. Do it. Hi guys, okay, I look insane. It's 8:30 p.m. I'm finally eating my dinner. What a day. I'm watching Younger, which is a show all about publishing. I can't turn off my brain, it's so bad. Oh my god, I had so many, like, just inspirational meetings today. I was in meetings today with people who my 16-year-old brain would have just like hyperventilated and died over, because yeah, I just can't, like, I'm just there's nothing productive for me to say other than stay tuned. I'm gonna keep vlogging this whole process, but yeah, I just feel like, oh my god, is this how it feels for your dreams to come true? Touch wood. Touch wood. I'm also stressed because I feel like I just don't have the strength to weather this if it doesn't turn out. Not like even perfectly, but just like how I'm like hoping that it might. Which is crazy because that's like the whole theme of my book, which is like you like dare to wish and dare to dream. I'm going to dare to wish, and I'm going to eat my pasta, my weird macaroni thing that I made, and watch my TV show and try and let it all sink in. Morning guys, I look a bit insane, but yeah, I finally decided to get ready. I cannot even describe to you guys how weird it feels to write a book for so long, hurl it into the void with like a wish and a prayer. I don't even know how to describe how I'm feeling. I sometimes feel like when you're trying to enter publishing for ages, you kind of get this idea in your head that there are like the girlies or the people who get these big deals, but it's like, that can be you. Don't count yourself out. Like it's not this preordained, predestined thing. Okay, so I just did my second meeting of the day. It was fun, it was good. It was with an editor who I know already and who I thought was really nice. Oh, it's so hard. I feel so lucky to be in a situation where I'm able to choose, but I also just feel like, how the am I meant to choose? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, I need to have a tiny bit of lunch. Then I've got 2 more meetings today. One in about, what time is it? Oh my god, I thought I had one in like 3 minutes, but it's in 13 minutes. If you could feel my heart racing right now, oh my freaking god. Okay, yeah, I've got one in 13 minutes, so I need to eat lunch really quickly. And then I need to jump on my meeting. Then I've got a while until the other one, which is at 7 o'clock. So I will probably just make my dinner, watch some TV, read a book. Because I'm still ill. I was so flipping ill. But I'm feeling better now. Ish. But I'm just like, I'm taking one last day to recover. My agent Catherine is shutting off all bids on Wednesday in the US, so I'll know who my US publisher is by like Thursday night, and then UK is getting shut off on Thursday, so I'll know who my UK publisher is by Friday, which is really exciting. Okay, good morning guys. I am getting ready to leave. I've got 2 meetings with 2 different publishers. Luckily they're in the same building. So I'm really excited about today. I've done my hair and my makeup because I feel like it's a rare opportunity, though my hair is snagging on the back of my jumper. I feel like it's a rare opportunity that us authors get to dress up and really show up and show out. Not that I care. No, but I actually really do. Now, one of the publishers I've had a call with on Zoom, so I've already spoken to them, and they're being quite I guess it's very flattering that they're like, well, we've spoken with you on Zoom, we'd love to meet you again, please come into the office, da, 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 da. So me and my agent are going to be meeting them at the office. Apparently there's going to be food, so I'm excited, lol. And then the other publisher we're going to, I've not spoken to them at all yet, so this is just the first time we're meeting. I can't really show outfit details. What a life. It's crazy. If I think about where I was a year ago, the mental state that I was in, how I was thinking about my future in publishing. I didn't think I had a future in publishing. Yeah. I'm trying to take moments along the way of this journey to just feel like incredibly grateful and incredibly present so that I can be like walking. This is me walking around this week. Because I'm like, I can't believe this is happening to me and I just want to take everything in. I feel like those videos you see of annoying tourists, except I'm a tourist in my own life because I do feel like I'm visiting the life of a successful author right now. I want everything to go well. I think it will. Wish me luck. By the time you guys see this, I'll know who I've picked. Oh, okay, I'm going. Bye. Nearly there. I don't know who to choose. I thought all the publishers were amazing. I feel so flattered that they put on such a spread and everything. Oh my gosh, it is the end of a long day. That's all I can say. What is going on in life? I feel crazy. This has been one of the craziest weeks of my life. I think I'm gonna sign off the vlog here. I've got another call tomorrow. I just had another last minute call from another publisher in the US because it is 7 o'clock, so it's 7 p.m. That's why it's so late and dark outside, is because they were in America, which feels crazy to even be able to say, because I worried that I wouldn't be published in America, honestly, after how my first book went. I'm gonna sign off the vlog here. By the next time I post, I will be updating you guys on who I ended up signing with. The auction is tomorrow. I don't think I can film that because I will just be like, like whatever, but it's gonna go in rounds of bids. So there'll be like a first round of bidding, second round of bidding, third round of bidding. I think there will be about 7 publishers in the auction, we'll see, but that is crazy to me. I hope it doesn't come across like I'm bragging or whatever, but I just feel absolutely blown away by this entire process. I feel so lucky to be in this situation. With my first book, I didn't even get to go on submission. I feel really lucky. So thank you to everyone who's supported me so far. I guess we'll find out tomorrow how this all goes, and yeah, I'm just excited to let you know. Wish send me all the good vibes. I mean, by the time I upload this, it will all be said and done, but yeah. All right, I need to go. Okay, gonna make some dinner, and yeah, thanks for following along this journey so far, guys. From the first time I ever spoke about Gutterwitch to being here, like, ready to enter the auction tomorrow. I feel like I'm gonna go into a massive auction house and be like, begin the bids, but I will literally have nothing to do with it. My agent is gonna send an email. It's that exciting, but yeah. Bye guys, good night. Oh, I'm excited for the next video. Mwah. See you later.